Hello and welcome to part 18. Oh, I forgot it does this. Fun. Yeah. I admittedly really run out of steam with this game by this point. I have a blast until the Doku fight. After the Doku fight, it's just downhill in my opinion. Like, it's cool visually. There's a lot to like, but it is just... I don't know. I don't mean to be, like, super negative with the game, because it is my favorite one. But it's just I've not really been able to, like, vocalize my opinions on this stuff. But it's just, you know, like, playing it, showcasing it, you know, to, like, more than just myself, you know, allows me to be a bit more open about it. And I'm sure I'll probably, out of, like, the 5 Ninja Gaiden fans that watch my videos, I'm sure, like, most of them are gonna be annoyed and leave with my comment in the last video saying Ninja Gaiden 2 is the worst one. But it's just like every single game in this franchise manages to have some just big bullshit moment. Yeah, there's some big moments that just completely kill the fun for me. You know. But I do feel a bit like I'm slightly being a oh, I forget the word. There's a specific word. It's not outlier, it's a different word. There's a very specific word. Contrarian. Yeah. That's the word. You know, with my opinion of, like, oh, 2's the worst and whatnot. Because honestly, my ranking would, of, like, non-spin-off titles, it would go from worst to best. Ninja Gaiden 2, then Ninja Gaiden 3, then Ninja Gaiden 4, then Ninja Gaiden 1. But if I'm on about, like, a game where I could just sit down and play it, like, start to finish, it would probably be, like, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 1, then 4 and 3. Because while 3 has issues, it's a very short game. You know, it's very short and it's almost pure combat. You know, which is nice. You know, the combat is the highlight. It's a character action game. So it makes sense that the combat will be a focus. Like, I do prefer the more Not quite Metroidvanian, but the more like exploration nature. It's why one's my favorite, because I like, you know, the adventure. You know, I like all the different locations. I like, you know, I like the nice world that's interconnected and everything. Like, I like that. You know, shouldn't be too surprising considering, for example, like my favorite Dark Souls game is Dark Souls 1, so. God, I'm playing poorly today. Yeah. Hey. Sweet. Yeah. I know I've missed out on, like, a lot. I missed out on, I think, 10 golden scarabs, and I probably missed out on tons of health upgrades, but I cannot be bothered to get them. And I don't even know where they are. I've pretty much only collected just what I knew I had, or knew where it was. Okay. Oh, sweet. I'll upgrade the Kitetsu. Nearing the end of the game, which is wild to think about. Really, which means we're also nearing the end of my first ever YouTube playthrough. very cool and excited. I will take not a break, but I will not be playing Ninja Gaiden 2 right after I finish this. I'm gonna play through Vanquish, and I'm gonna play through another game for the channel. Simply because I love this game, but like I've played so much Ninja Gaiden for the channel, and I really want to do something else. There is one game I'm really tempted to do of Motor Slice. Because that's a short game, and it took me about 7 hours to play through it. So I can probably record footage of that, you know, showcase that. I might do chapter replay, or fill in a whole new save, because I don't think that game has multiple save slots, but
What?
But I was really excited for Motor Slice, and it came out and I played it, and it was really fun and cool. I do. Okay, that's not going well. I really don't like fighting the dinosaurs. Okay, do I? Yeah. I think I have all the statues. I think this is the lead. Oh no, it's more dinosaurs. That's what this game needs, more enemies like this. atmosphere. But I mean, like, look at this. This area is like really cool visually. It's just a shame that it's like, oh, we got like an enemy gauntlet. What should we do? I know. Throw in some of the most annoying enemies to fight. And have them like do like, I think like 5 layers of this. It's like 4 or 5, I think. It's annoying. It's annoying though. Try not to swear too much, I apologize. Okay. Honestly, you do get a nice amount of money from the fish. I'll say this is a bit of a out there tangent, but there is one thing about these games that, out of all the criticisms and critiques I've seen about them, there is one point where I personally don't get it, which is specifically about the like the lock-on targeting system. Primarily the fact that you can't like hard lock onto can't hard lock onto other enemies. You know, it works on like a soft lock system, which I do get why people don't like it. You know, compared to something like Devil May Cry, you know. But at the same time, I think the game works fine without it. Like I've had very minimal issue with like the lock-on system not targeting the enemy I wanted it to fight. You know, especially since all you need to do is like guide the thumbstick in the rough direction. You know, like yeah, I think a hard lock on would be probably better, but I don't know. I'm not sure how noticeable it is, but like in my Ninja Gaiden 4 gameplay, I very rarely use the lock on. On bosses I use it, because it's nice to have the camera always focused on.
Once and for all.
But But I find that it's one of those things where I think the soft lock system is fine, but one of my annoyances with Ninja Gaiden 4 is it's kind of weird because the moment they implemented the hard lock, I had more issues with the soft lock, which always bothered me a little bit. Because why is adding one suddenly making the other much worse when I never had that issue? You know, I put a lot of hours into these games, you know. Not as much as, like, Devil May Cry, but, like, I put a lot of hours into Ninja Gaiden. So, man, I'm just not doing much damage to this guy. They buffed him. Ah, yeah, that's much better. Not looking forward to this boss. I'm not bothered about playing good or fancy. I just want this just done. Really? I really don't get why character action games love doing boss rushes. Because they're just annoying. You know, it's like I've already fought this guy before. Doing it again isn't showing how far I've come as a player. It's just annoying. Especially since they always love throwing like the weakest bosses at you. You know, it's like, oh yeah, just so I wanted to fight this guy again. You know, like, oh, just so I wanted to fight the worm tendril guy for the third time. You know, it's like... Like, I will give later Ninja Gaidens a good thing is they didn't do this BS. I think the only one that really did was like Ninja Gaiden 2 with its like fire turtles.
That's it.
That's about it.
It's time for me to take you.
I love these games, but I really... all I can think about is just like, what about this is fun? You know, like I get it's a character action game that's bound to be like just awful bosses, but the bosses in this game really stand out because 90% of them is just stupid, unfun, barely even enjoyable stuff. You know, it's like they look cool, but they're just such nothing bosses. You know, and they just stand out even more compared to like bosses like Doku. Even Spirit Doku, you know, it's like that's a fun, that's a good boss, and you compare it to like this guy in the fucking worm monster, and they're just lacking, they're boring, they're not fun, they're not entertaining. Like, I think most of the bosses in this franchise are incredibly lackluster and not that fun. You know. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some good bosses in this franchise. But when most of them, and I mean most of them, are just like the ice monster or the worm tendril thing, or like the black dragon from Sigma 2, or yeah, when most of them are these annoying, unfun encounters, it really does make it all stand out so much more. Especially when like the base game combat is pretty fun. You know, there's very few enemies in the standard enemy roster, which I think make the game worse. You know, the only one which I think just flat out make the game worse is the Ghostfish. You know, maybe the laser guys. But like every other enemy, I think is perfectly fine. Like even the human ones, they're fun, they're entertaining. Which just makes the weak points stand out so much more. Which is my issue with these games, is like the good stuff is so good. You know, like the good stuff is amazing. It's fantastic content. You know, which makes the I don't know if bad is the right word, but it just makes everything else just stand out. And at times, the game does feel like a chore. Which I don't think you should ever... You know, like, I think that's one of the worst things a game can feel like, is a chore. You know, Like, I'm not saying every single moment of the game needs to be fun and enjoyable and, like, the best experience ever. That's not what I'm saying. You know, what I'm saying is that it's like, what I'm trying to say is that if your game feels like a chore most of the time, then I think that's a bad game. You know, like, to me, that is what makes a bad game, is a game being like, you know, like, there's like bad games which are broken and like barely work. You know, but like, this is what I mean. What is fun about fighting the ghostfish? What do these add to the game? Nothing. They add absolutely nothing. They only subtract from the game and the experience, because you're dealing with annoying enemies. Which, yeah, that happens in character action games. I'm not surprised, you know. I'd be more surprised if there wasn't annoying enemies in these games. You know. But it does suck massively. Going through this game and having such an amazing first experience going through it, you know. You know, like, going through, like, the ninja training in the first chapter, and then the second chapter, and then, like, I do think Doku is, like, this hard point where the game just gets worse. I really think that there's like this hard line where you go from a tough but fair and challenging game, that's the key word, a fair and challenging game, to what is basically just pure bullshit. You know. And it really does suck, because this game is so close to being perfect. You know, like, I'm not saying, like, remove the ghostfish and that will, like, make the game go skyrocket from, like, a 6 to a 10, you know. I already think this game is, like, a good 8 or 9. But I think getting rid of the ghostfish would make the game just 100% better. You know, they're not fun, they don't offer anything worthwhile. They're just an annoying experience that makes the game feel worse. You know. You know, why should I sit through it's like, even this, you know, it's interesting, it's different, it's enjoyable. You know, yeah, it's a weird kind of enjoyable, but it's something unique, it's an enjoyable experience. You know. It's always my issue with this game. It's like, you know, it does suck though, because you do go from, like, a really enjoyable, fun experience to, like, this, which does suck. like, this boss sucks, I will admit. But that's just how this game is. You know. You go through a good, cool experience. Then you go to this, which sucks. But at least the final boss makes up for it. But there we go. That's chapter 18 done. One chapter to go. Hooray. What's my ranking? I'm expecting... Oh, I was expecting Ninja Dog, but that works. But I'll catch you all in the next and final part.